Everyone says, go get your apprenticeship, but there are major differences between your options, and picking the wrong path can cost you years and thousands of dollars. Here's the honest breakdown before you sign anything. Welcome to Hardwired Trades. If you're thinking about getting into the electrical trade, the first question you're going to face is how. And the two most common paths you'll hear about are union apprenticeships, typically through IBEW, and non-union apprenticeships through programs like IEC, or working directly under a licensed contractor. Both can get you to journeyman. They're very different in how you get there, what you earn while you're going through it, and what your career looks like afterward. I'm going to give you the straight truth on both. No agenda. What it is, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers offers a 5-year apprenticeship program through local JATTC, Joint Apprenticeship and Training Committee, chapters. It's a structured program combining on-the-job training, 8,000 hours over 5 years, with classroom instruction. The good, excellent training. The IBEW curriculum is comprehensive and consistent. The JATC program has been developed over decades and covers electrical theory, code, safety, and hands-on application in a structured sequence. You don't have to figure out what you should be learning. The program tells you. Wage scale. You start at 40 to 50% of journeyman wage and move up 5% per year. In a strong union market, first-year apprentices can earn 20 to 25 hour with benefits. By year 4, you're making close to journeyman wages. Benefits. Health insurance, pension, and paid time off come with union employment. These benefits have real dollar value that's easy to underestimate when you're young. A pension that vests after years of contributions can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars over a career. Portable license. The journeyman card is recognized across jurisdictions that have reciprocity. The honest challenges. Getting in can be competitive. JTC applications often have wait lists. Entrance requirements include a math and aptitude test, and sometimes a ranking by score. In high-cost markets like the Bay Area or New York City, IBEW waitlists can stretch a year or more. Geographic limitations. Union work is concentrated in certain markets, major cities and construction-heavy regions. Rural areas have limited union work. Less flexibility. Union work schedules and agreements are defined by contract. Less flexibility for those who want to run their own business quickly. If your goal is to own a contracting business in 3 years, the IBEW path is a 5-year commitment before you're even positioned to make that jump. The 5-year timeline. 5 years is a serious commitment before you reach journeyman. Best for people in union-strong markets who want excellent training, solid benefits, and don't mind the structured path and timeline. What it is, the Independent Electrical Contractors, IEC, and similar organizations run non-union apprenticeship programs. Alternatively, many states allow you to log apprenticeship hours working directly under a licensed master electrician without a formal program. The good, faster access. Non-union programs often have shorter wait lists or none at all. If you want to start next month, this path can often accommodate that. More flexibility. Work for a range of contractors, or work toward owning your own business. Potential to get licensed faster. In some states, the path to journeyman and master is shorter if you're working efficiently. Some states allow as few as 4,000 hours of experience combined with an approved program to qualify for the journeyman exam. Entrepreneurial path. Many non-union electricians run their own business within 5 to 7 years of starting. The licensing pathway is often more direct for business ownership. The honest challenges, wage and benefits vary widely. Non-union apprentices may earn less in some markets and often don't have pension benefits. Some non-union starting wages are 14 to 16 cents an hour, below union starting wages in strong markets. Training quality is inconsistent. A good employer with a well-run apprenticeship program is excellent. A bad employer who just needs cheap labor is a waste of your time. Self-directed learning. Without the JTC curriculum, you're often responsible for more of your own learning. You have to seek out the knowledge. Best for people in non-union markets, people who want to own a business, and people who have a strong employer lined up who will actually teach them. A third option that's often overlooked. Some community colleges offer 2-year electrical technology programs that can be applied toward apprenticeship hour requirements in certain states. This is faster than a full 5-year apprenticeship and gives you structured classroom training on your own schedule. Check your state's licensing board requirements. Many states allow combinations of schooling and work experience to qualify for the journeyman exam. If you're already working part-time in the trade and going to school part-time, you can potentially qualify for your journeyman exam faster than either a full union or non-union apprenticeship. The key is documenting everything: hours, coursework, employers, from day one. The community college path can also be a fallback if you can't get into an IBEW program immediately. You're not wasting time. You're building documented hours and classroom credits that count toward your license. Regardless of which path you choose, the quality of who you work under matters more than the program brand. Here's what to evaluate. Will you actually learn? Talk to current apprentices before joining. Are they doing meaningful work and learning real skills, or are they mostly digging trenches and running material? There are contractors who treat apprentices as cheap labor. Avoid them. If the apprentice you talk to can't explain one thing they've learned in the last month, that's a red flag. Wage and working conditions. Apprentice wages vary. Know what you're signing up for. Anything below $15 to $18 for starting apprentices in most markets is a red flag, and look at the full picture. Are you getting consistent hours? Consistent hours mean consistent documentation toward your license. The licensing path. Understand exactly what hours and education are required for journeyman and master licenses in your state. Ask directly, if I work here and complete this program, what does my path to journeyman look like? Get a specific answer. If they're vague, get it in writing or research it yourself through your state licensing board. Journeyman gets you working independently. The Master Electrician license is what lets you pull permits in your own name and what you need to run your own contracting business. Requirements vary by state, typically 4,000 to 8,000 hours of journeyman experience, plus a master exam. Know your state's requirements from day one and track your hours. If business ownership is your goal, the master license should be your North Star from the day you start your apprenticeship. Every hour you log is progress toward it. Every year you delay pursuing it is a year you can't run your own shop. Union apprenticeship, excellent training, strong benefits, longer timeline, better in union-heavy markets. Non-union path, more flexible, more entrepreneurial, quality depends heavily on who you work for. Community college, viable supplement, faster classroom hours. The right path depends on your market, your goals, and the specific employer you land with. Do the research, talk to people in both camps in your local market, and make an informed decision. Don't let someone else's opinion, including mine, override data from people who actually work in your area and have recently gone through the process. Beyond the technical training and the license pathway, a good apprenticeship gives you something harder to quantify: a professional network. In an IBEW apprenticeship, you're working alongside dozens of journeymen and fellow apprentices over 5 years. You're forming professional relationships that last a career. The journeyman who takes time to teach you becomes a mentor. The fellow apprentice who becomes a foreman at a major commercial contractor becomes a future referral source. The instructor at your JIT who knows your work ethic becomes a reference. In a non-union apprenticeship with a strong employer, the same dynamic applies at a smaller scale. The relationships you build while you're coming up are the ones that get you the best jobs and opportunities later. People hire and refer people they know and trust. An apprenticeship is where a lot of those relationships begin. Pay attention to this dimension of your training, not just the technical side. The person who's 5 years ahead of you in the trade and willing to answer your questions and share what they've learned is more valuable than any textbook. Find those people. Learn from them. Stay in touch. For the IBEW path specifically, the application process involves more than just showing up. In competitive markets, JTC programs have real selection criteria, and the interview matters. The written aptitude test, typically covering algebra and reading comprehension, is the first filter. Minimum passing scores vary by chapter. Prepare for it. Khan Academy covers the algebra you need. This isn't graduate-level math, but it does require real preparation, especially if you've been out of school for a while. The interview panel typically includes union representatives and industry members. They're evaluating your fit for the trade. Are you serious about this? Do you understand what you're committing to? Are you reliable? Common questions cover why you want to be an electrician, your work history, your physical ability to do the work, and your understanding of what the apprenticeship entails. Things that help in competitive IBW markets. Prior experience in the trades or construction shows relevant background. Demonstrated physical fitness. This is demanding work. Strong math skills. The aptitude test score matters for ranking, and a serious, professional presentation in the interview. Showing up late or being unprepared for basic questions about the trade sends a signal. When application windows open, they're often only open for a specific period each year. Submit immediately. Don't wait. Completeness and timeliness of your application matter. Have your transcripts, work history, and any military service documentation ready to submit the day the window opens. What path did you take, or which are you considering? Drop it in the comments. I'm especially curious to hear from people in markets where one path is dramatically better than the other. Subscribe for more honest content about the electrical trade. See you next time. Script 033, Hardwired Trades, Electrical Apprenticeships.